Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here. So following Huey Fury's defeat to Alexander Povetkin on the undercard of Vasily Lomachenko versus Luke Campbell, I think it's time that people smelt the coffee and come to terms with the fact that Huey Fury is just not good enough for world level, and he doesn't have this great potential that people make out. Of course, this is my opinion, and you are free to feel however you want, but surely the writing's on the wall now with Huey Fury. I mean, another fight, another opportunity, and he squandered it. He stunk the joint out against a past his prime 40-year-old Alexander Povetkin. Povetkin gassed after 5 rounds, and Huey Fury was still passive, was still negative, and he didn't come to win. Huey Fury got stage fright once again, and this is now a pattern in his career. He stepped up 3 times, he's lost 3 times, and the concerning thing is, all 3 times he left something in the ring. And for me, in recent years, Huey Fury has shown no improvements whatsoever, and he still has the exact same flaws that he had 2 or 3 years ago. The guy hasn't improved at all. You know, I see people on Twitter and on YouTube say, well, Huey's only 24, he has time, he has potential, he can still be world class. I just don't know what these people are seeing. I don't get what these people are drinking, and I just don't understand. First and foremost, the whole he's only 24 argument, I would get that if we've been seeing improvements from Huey Fury in the last 2-3 years, but we haven't seen any improvements from Huey in that time period. He stayed at the same level, maybe even got worse. It's all well and good saying he's only 24, but if he's not improved in the previous 3 years, why is he going to improve in the next 3 years? You know, it's painfully obvious that this is Huey Fury's level. At world level, Huey is a capable spoiler, he can survive, he's got a good chin, he can make guys look bad, but at the elite level, Huey Fury is not winning. He's just not good enough, he's not active enough, he's not strong enough, he doesn't punch hard enough. This guy is some way off world level, and I think it's time that people accept it, to be honest with you. I mean, domestically, Huey Fury could be involved in good fights. I would like to see him fight David Price, for example. I think that fight makes sense, I would watch it, but what I'm saying is, that's Huey's level. Domestic level, maybe European level, that's where Huey can pick up wins and get a few names on the record. But above European level, towards world level, this guy really is going to struggle. If you look at the top 10 in the heavyweight division, I wouldn't pick Huey Fury to beat any of them, to be honest. Even the lower level top 10 contenders like Adam Kaunatski would outwork Huey Fury. 100%. He's not beating any of these guys. Not at the moment, not at the rate of improvement that he's shown. He's not beating these guys, and he's nowhere close. And listen, if there is potential there, I'll humour you guys who believe there is. If there is potential there, at very least he needs to change trainer, because, like I said earlier, he's not improving. You know, he's not improving. Maybe a fresh pair of eyes, some fresh ideas would be a good thing for Huey Fury, but I don't think it's the trainer. I don't think it's anything like that. I just believe this guy is stuck in his ways, he's found his level, and that's it. Technically, he's not good enough. The guy can't throw a straight right hand to save his life. He's got poor punch technique, not enough strength, not enough power, and yeah, ultimately, I will reiterate, the guy's not a world-class professional fighter. It is what it is. I think Huey Fury might have been best served actually staying in the amateurs. I think his style would be suited to the amateurs, and he could be quite effective. Huey was good at youth level in the amateurs. Maybe the amateurs is where Huey Fury should have stayed, to be honest with you. Or at least stayed in the amateurs a lot longer and turned pro later. Because to me, Huey just looks tired. He looks lethargic. He always looks like he's fighting with no energy at all. And I know Huey recently had that illness, that blood illness, but apparently that's cleared up, and we're still seeing the same Huey Fury. You know, I'm not trying to be overly critical of the guy. I'm just trying to shed some perspective on it, or share my opinion on it. You know, I think people just need to accept that Huey is not going to be the fighter that his cousin is. You know, Tyson. Huey Fury is basically a, poor man's Tyson Fury. He's a knockoff Tyson Fury. He's a bad imitator of Tyson Fury. That is what Huey Fury is. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. But my point is, I think Peter Fury, the people around Huey Fury, they need to accept that. You know, they need to accept the level that he's at and actually operate at that level for the foreseeable future. I'm talking about 2 to 3 fights at domestic level, and if Huey wins those fights against the likes of Dave Allen, David Price, people like that, if he wins a couple of those type of fights, then go to European level, fight a Caballel, fight somebody like that, and step up gradually. But, right now, when you keep on chucking him in with guys like Povetkin, with no preparation, with no real build-up fights, the same thing's going to happen over and over and over again. And to be honest with you, even if you take this guy back down to domestic level and you step him up gradually, fight by fight, eventually this guy's going to come unstuck again when he gets near to world level. That's just my opinion on Huey Fury. I know he does have fans out there. If you're one of them, then, it is what it is. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Huey. He's a tough lad with a great chin. He can survive, he can spoil, and he seems like a nice kid. I'm not trying to disrespect Huey Fury. I'm just, sharing my honest opinion on the lad. The guy's just not good enough. And listen, the more you put him in these type of fights, the more likely he is to get hurt. Because he's not ready. He's not good enough. So that's just my perspective on Huey Fury. I'm not really sure why Eddie Hearn even signed him, to be honest with you. I'm not really sure what you can do with him. But there we go. We'll see what happens in the future with Huey Fury. Share your thoughts below. Peace.